Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Game 2 in a best of 3 series being played for MLG Orlando pool play. This is MarineKingPrime as the blue Terran up in the top right corner of Xel'Naga Caverns and his opponent Slayer's BoxeR, his biggest idol in the world. It's Slayer's BoxeR, the red Terran. He is already in pool play. He was actually invited by Major League Gaming, and MarineKingPrime actually had to fight his way through the open bracket to be able to join him there, and now they are battling it out. MarineKingPrime did take the first game there on Shakira's Plateau through the overwhelming method of getting mass upgrades for bio units and just dropping on the heads of siege tanks and Hellions and things like that, dropping inside the main of BoxeR when he was unprepared for it. All these things just did so much damage to BoxeR, and he just did not have enough units or a good enough mix of units actually to be able to deal with that. So we'll see what he changes up here in Game 2. Of course, in a best of 3 series, that means that BoxeR's going to have to win this one if we're going to see a Game 3, so he needs to be on his best play right now. He got a refinery. Whoa, he's getting a refinery before barracks here, so BoxeR is trying something just a little bit sneaky. Actually, MarineKing is doing the exact same thing, getting a refinery first. TVT must be evolving a little bit. I admit that normally you do see that depot, then barracks, then refinery, but we'll see what these guys are doing. Maybe the super fast Hellions or even super fast Banshees will be possible with this super early refinery. So BoxeR versus MarineKingPrime in this pool play at MLG Orlando. First place was $5,000, but coming up we're going to see MLG Providence, that's in Rhode Island in the United States for those of you who don't know, and the prize pool is actually 10 times the normal size. So if you get first place at Orlando you get $5,000. If you get first place at MLG Providence you get $50,000. It's an interesting way to do the prize pool. I'm not sure if I like it a lot or not. Still only 8 players are going to get paid out, but they are going to be paid out a ton of money. So BoxeR and MarineKingPrime will both be trying to wow the crowd and win as many games as possible there at Providence on November 18th or 19th, I believe the games begin. So we actually have a proxy factory from MarineKingPrime. BoxeR is building his factory super fast as well, but MarineKingPrime is doing it proxy style. He's building it way over here by this 5th base location. Kind of an interesting spot for it. He is actually just doing a normal wall off back at home so that BoxeR won't be able to scout with an SCV or a Marine to see that there's no factory inside his base, essentially. BoxeR has actually not even left his main yet. He's only built that first Marine and got a tech lab up very quickly here to let the factory actually know to build a starport on very quickly. So the proxy factory for MarineKing is going to start building a Hellion, while BoxeR instead is going to gun it to the starport with the tech lab. No add-on here for MarineKingPrime. He is actually just going to get a starport very quickly here in this proxy location. If he squeezes out Hellions as fast as he can and loads them up in a medevac, he would be able to actually come down the left side here and drop them directly in the main mineral line of BoxeR. We'll see if that's what he's got intended or not. BoxeR, of course, with this tech lab on the starport makes me think he's going to go for a cloaked Banshee as soon as humanly possible. MarineKing back at home, not really doing too much out of the ordinary. 20 harvesters for each, dropping those mules. No one is going for a super fast command center or anything like that. This Hellion is going to be denied by the time it gets over to MarineKingPrime's base. There's actually a Hellion behind him waiting in the bushes, so the Marines will take a few free shots. MKP has to decide whether he wants to move up and try to trap this Hellion or keep his Hellions a secret. It looks like he is going to actually just pull back and wait for the Marines to try and get their damage done against this Hellion and kill it off. So we do have 2 Hellions, no, an SCV and 2 Hellions ready to go here. He did actually put a tech lab on his starport as well, but it's a lot slower than BoxeR's. BoxeR's first Banshee is going to be done in about 13 seconds here, while MKP is going to be a little bit slower. Look at this. 3 more Marines coming out for BoxeR, but that leaves his ramp entirely wide open with no fighting forces left at home. You can see on the minimap those forces are returning to try and save these SCVs, but the first Banshee pops out for BoxeR. MarineKing can actually micro these Hellions because they are fast enough to be able to kill these SCVs without too much trouble. It looks like they did kill about 7 SCVs, 9 SCVs total killed for MarineKingPrime. That's actually a massive difference, especially when he's going to have this Banshee showing up here very soon as well. There it is. It's already out of the starport. BoxeR did not go for the cloak tech. Instead, he just wanted that super fast Banshee to be able to do a bunch of damage and use it for micro purposes, try and kill as much as he can. He's going to discover the proxy factory and the proxy starport, but MKP's Banshee has already arrived and is slaying SCVs left and right. It's already got 3 kills, soon to be 4, and it's just going to continue on. There's no real anti-air here except for these 2 Marines for BoxeR, and they both get taken out very quickly. 3 more show up here, but I think this Banshee actually could take out all 3 of them if he focuses fast enough. 1 down. Oh, he's still trying to kill SCVs. Every shot that's on a supply depot is wasted. There we go. He actually kills 5 Marines total and is still killing these SCVs. A Viking does pop out for BoxeR to end that threat, but my goodness, that is so much damage done. 19 SCVs already killed this game. BoxeR's down to only 9, and his only possible hope of doing anything in this game is to kill a ton of SCVs with this Banshee right here, but there's a turret building and lots of SCVs here to be able to finish it off, and that Viking that got built from the starport for MKP. So BoxeR losing his Banshee down to only 11 harvesters against 25. I think it's pretty evident how this game is going to go. He's got plenty of Hellions, a Viking, and 2 Marines headed down through the middle of the map, while BoxeR does have a siege tank, 4 Marines, and a single Viking. His income is just so low now compared to MKP. Here he goes, actually landing that Viking. He needs every ounce of help he can get. There's a Banshee in the air now, though, so he wants to get that Viking back up as soon as possible to try and take it out. However, Viking on Viking action here. It looks like BoxeR is actually going to win that fight, so he will be able to take out this Banshee, but the rest of the Marines coming for MKP now maybe have something to say about that. Actually, MKP is going to back off. BoxeR does have a very good unit composition for the position that he's in, even though he does have to continue spamming SCVs for the rest of the game. He's not going to be able to catch up until he builds another command center, because MKP is just rolling in the dough right now. 28 harvesters against 15. He's going to come over here and try and end this proxy factory and proxy starport for good. The Viking is landed for BoxeR. He cannot take off again, or he will lose to this full health Viking unless he gets this Marine involved, or these 2 Marines involved, excuse me. So he is actually just going to waddle home with his Viking, the loneliest Viking of all. He's just going to walk around. I have to imagine what the Viking pilot feels like when he gets to walk around like that. But MKP going to take a quick scouting look at BoxeR's base. He sees that there's no command center at the natural or anything like that, so he is just going to continue flying around here and probably head home to be able to defend against this. The starport and factory are on their way over here. Looks like BoxeR did take out that tech lab just for funsies. He actually killed it a little bit earlier the first time he was over there, but MKP does have a natural orbital command already up. He's got a lot of Marines and SCVs on the ground to be able to soak that damage from the tanks and the Vikings. Siege tech is not done yet, so BoxeR will have to be able to kill everything off with these 3 tanks without siege mode. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that against this huge number of Marines. We still have 4 more coming out for MKP and 2 more barracks about to finish. +1 weapons are on the way. He does not have stim or combat shields, but he does have an overwhelming number of units right here. 50 supply against 42. BoxeR trying to give him the runaround to just buy time to get siege tech done and get some more Marines out on the field. 1 tank does have siege tech, but it dies immediately, and now it's just a chase. MKP can follow these guys literally all the way home. There are more Marines and tanks in the middle of the map that he's going to try and retreat with. MKP actually decides it's a bad idea. He's going to come all the way back home here. He does have a bunch of SCVs in the mix there, 5 SCVs that aren't mining, so this harvester count is actually the closest that it's been effectively this whole game. A single tank is sieged up here, and MKP sends in a single Marine just to find that out. So now he knows that that area is not safe. He's going to continue back home. He does have a lot more Marines. He's still got the ability to make medevacs. He is going to create 1 at a time here out of this add-on-less starport. He's going to fan out all his Marines, move forward, and take out this tank as quick as he possibly can. The tank did rack up 5 kills of its own before going down, but suddenly MKP with a lot of Marines and BoxeR with a lot of nothing. 24 supply difference there, and now that the medevac is out, he can load up, he can do some drops. BoxeR only has a couple of errant units all over the map, while MKP has had uninterrupted mining essentially this whole time, except for when he pulled a few SCVs to come along for that trip earlier. He has 5 barracks up and running, not even close to being supply blocked right now, so he's making 8 Marines at a time, getting combat shields, stim packs, and +1 armor upgrades all at the same time, while BoxeR still making tanks, Banshees, and Marines. Only 1 SCV at a time. He does not have a second base even begun constructing yet, so he is going to be in bad shape here still. So we have 7 Marines, 2 tanks here for BoxeR. MKP moving now with a ton of Marines. He's got 20 or so there, 21 Marines, 22 Marines, and 2 medevacs to be able to load them up if need be, or of course heal them throughout the fight. It looks like he does want to try and posture here like he wants to attack these tanks. BoxeR cannot have time to siege up, or he will actually do a ton of damage. BoxeR actually pulling a ton of SCVs to come along here, but oh, MKP finds a moment of weakness. He actually kills the siege tank. It can only take 2 blasts, and the other siege tank with only 2 kills. MarineKingPrime moving forward now with the rest of the units that he's got, and BoxeR losing everything. GG's, and MKP is actually going to take this series 2-0 at MLG Orlando in pool play. So if you guys enjoyed that series, please check out the giveaway that I've got going on right now, where I'm giving away an autographed mousepad signed by MarineKingPrime himself. Check that out. I've also got some BlizzCon goodies that I'm giving away, so we can go take a look at another series or check out that giveaway. Either way, I'll be casting more games from MLG Orlando here in the very near future, so stick around and I'll see you very, very soon.